And welcome to today's meteorology segment. I'm your host, Dan, aka smAsho, and we're going to start this meteorology segment out by looking at the jet streams here at Smash News Network, least busted name in news. We're interested in your understanding of the data, so check it out. Here are the jet streams of the Western world. It's the 250 hectopascal winds on nullschool.net. We've got extreme meridional jet stream flow happening here over the U.S.-Canadian border. You can see those areas of jet stream flowing north to south and south to north there. And if you'd like only one snapshot to give you a global scale image of what the weather's doing, there's nothing better than checking out the jet stream. On that note, here are the surface winds. We've got some strong ones here striking Cape Cod. It's looking like high seas off the coast of New England and indeed New Jersey, as there are high surface winds there. As well as a couple troughs of calm conditions. Anyway, here are the surface winds of the eastern world. We'll also show you the jet streams for the land from under. A couple of powerful lows there in the Pacific Ocean. You can see those, actually three counterclockwise rotating regions there. Also doubled up jet streams in both hemispheres on the east side of planet Earth. Next, checking out lightningmaps.org. It's a real-time live lightning map. Of course, this video was recorded, not streamed live, but lightningmaps.org. And we've been seeing some heavy lightning here in southern Texas. And it looks like it's rapidly moving south here. So San Antonio, you've got some thunder rolling in to your southwest. Yowzers. A lot of strikes there. And there is a massive pressure gradient being created. We'll show you momentarily before we'll zoom back out to the global lightning map. And some lightning just striking in the Atlantic there as we record the video. Here's about 6 hours of data. The NASA GOES lightning mapper. I'll just allow the sidebar to be out. It's perfectly sized. Again, heavy lightning across this same corridor in Texas. Pretty much central Texas. The Gulf Coast of Texas, quite saturated there with lightning. Next, looking at snow here on windy.com. Oh my God, is Greenland melting yet? It's nearly summertime, where the Arctic will see sunlight all day long. And it's got about 5 meters of snow from coast to coast. Let's take a look at what's going on in California and the Rockies. It's nearly June, and there is still quite a bit of snow in some places. Still some killer spring ski conditions out there? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. I don't really have time or inclination to pay attention to that stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at pressure. Here's where pressure cells currently are. I would note some pretty strong low pressure here in the South Geographic Polar region. Let's advance this till tomorrow. Here is the Euro forecast for pressure at 12 noon tomorrow. Also a very powerful low pressure here south of Alaska in the northern Pacific Ocean. And let's just briefly go back to snow here for a moment. Check out the snow water equivalent. So this is the last 13 years average in the northern hemisphere. You can see the 1 standard deviation above and below normal is the blue 2 lines right here in between where my pointer is. That's 1 standard deviation above and below the norm, and you can see we're like 2 standard deviations above normal for snow water equivalent, and we haven't even seen all the snow melt yet. Also, snow extent also outside the 1 standard deviation above normal 13-year average. Figured I would throw that in, and by the way, the albedo effect seems to be the positive feedback mechanism that hurls the Earth into a snowball Earth scenario. So you're already living an ice age. I don't know if you're aware of this. You're already living an ice age, folks. The definition of ice age is when the planet has ice all year around on both poles. When there's ice all year round on both poles, it's an ice age. And I'm not sure how old you are, but I think it's fairly safe to bet that you have not experienced a summer on whichever hemisphere on which you are located where the ice completely melted at either pole. Antarctica's ice sheet formed when the planet was 3 degrees Celsius warmer than it is right now. Let's switch gears and look at the Doppler. And we're going to actually zoom in on Texas here as we see the possibility for things like damaging hail, heavy winds, and so on. So we're going to actually look at a closer map here. We don't usually zoom in on the national map. We just do little short meteorology segments. Anyway, there's a close-up of that, and we're going to show the national scale and the Texas close-up as well. Let's see where that's centered. That's centered at Austin. The question is, I'm just going to try to click on the center of the map. It's going to be as close as we can get it. So we're going to zoom in on that area. So here's the cloud layer, and you can see that sudden motion there, jerky cloud motions being caused by sudden rainfall is really what you're seeing there. I'm sure it'll show up on the water vapor similarly. You're going to see water just vanishing out of the atmosphere. So this area right here just saw massive rains right there. Huge cloud bursts clearly must have occurred in those areas, as water vapor cannot hide from the water vapor satellite. It's why it's so useful. So again, here's the Texas Doppler radar, and this should give you enough insight into the future track of this. We'll get the video uploaded promptly. Today's meteorology segment brought to you by me, Dan, aka smAsho at Massive Personal Risk and Expense. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. We'll see you next time at the Smash News Network. Least busted. Name in news.